Hey there, gentle people. I just wanted to share a journal that I did a while back, and I keep color swatches in here of the different paints that I primarily use. And this was a journal that I actually purchased and covered with fabric. So these are some old pants actually, and I basically use them to cover this journal. So we have the Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated Watercolor, and I always make sure to label them. And this is handmade cotton rag paper. And this is from the Winsor Newton Travel Palette. These are Yarka watercolors. I think these are from Russia. And this is the Sennelier La Aquarella watercolors. These are from France, and they have a little bit of honey mixed into them to help as a binder. These are the Core High Chroma watercolors, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Golden does these watercolors. These are one of my favorites. These are the Lumi accent colors, and look how bright and vivid they are. I don't know if you're going to be able to get the depth of intensity that I can see on my end, but they're practically all neon. I love this palette. This is another set of Core watercolors, and as you can see, these tones are a lot more muted. They're similar to regular transparent watercolors. This is the Yasutomo, and I think Yasutomo is from Japan, and these have a pearlescent sheen to them, if you can kind of see that there. What I noticed though was I got pearlescent colors from Target, and the Target brand actually performs better than the Yasutomo. So there's Yasutomo and there's Target. You can actually see how much more shiny, you have a lot more intensity in the pearlescent colors from Target. And these are Derwent watercolor pencils. Derwent is from the UK. These are Fantasia Premium watercolor pencils, and you can get these at Hobby Lobby. No, it wasn't Hobby Lobby, it was AC Moore. And these are General's Kimberly watercolor pencils, and it's just a little pack, and they're, I don't know why, yeah, they're the warm colors. These are the Derwent Inktense blocks, and I realize as I'm going through this, I probably need to show you what they look like as I'm going through, but I'll probably do that in another video. And the Caran d'Ache, these are the water-soluble wax pastels. So these are actually more, when you use them, they're more like a crayon consistency. These are the Derwent Inktense pencils. This is from the 24 pack. Daniel Smith Extra Fine Luminescent watercolors. These are really shiny too, but I don't know if it's the paper that they didn't perform well. I'll have to try it again. These are more Core watercolors. This is a pearlescent one right here. And these are some Blick matte acrylic paints. I picked these up when I was in Savannah, Georgia. I love acrylics, but I don't like that shiny, glistening look. So that's why I like the matte acrylics. And these are the Sennelier Abstract Innovative Acrylics, and they're the neon colors, and they're very matte as well. These are Pelican Transparent Watercolors. Very vibrant. And these are the Golden Open Acrylics. Open acrylics are cool, especially if you're using things like a jelly plate, because they stay wet a little bit longer than regular acrylics, so you have more time to work with the paint. And you will get to see me do a new set today. I just recently got, let me get them. recently got this set here, the Holbein acrylic gouache. And again, going back to the whole idea of matte, if you have regular gouache, you know, gouache acts like watercolor, but it's very opaque, so you can actually layer it. And I like the idea of acrylic and gouache kind of combined. It gives a very matte effect. This is the first time I'm going to be using these. As you can see, they're the Colors School set, and this is acrylic polymer emulsion opaque colors, and these are from Japan, but you can get them on Amazon. So let's open up, and those are all the colors that we have. Carmine, scarlet, deep yellow, lemon yellow, light green, viridian, ultramarine blue, sky blue, violet, burnt sienna, jet black, and titanium white. So let's get checking them out. And just a little bit, not too much. So that's the carmine. And here we have scarlet, which is a brighter, more orangey color than carmine. We have deep yellow. And we have lemon yellow. I really love lemon yellow. It reminds me of neon colors. A little lemon yellow. And a little bit goes a long way with the gouache, because remember, you're going to mix it with water, so you don't need too much. We have some light green here. It looks like I didn't even coat. I think I might need to get another palette. This is the Viridian, which is a deep, almost foresty green. And we have ultramarine blue, very vibrant blue, and sky blue, which has a little more of a, has kind of like a greenish tinge. And we have violet and burnt sienna. I'm not going to put the black and the white in there. I'm just going to work with this palette that I have, because you guys know my videos are all one take. I'm not swift with the editing yet, so we'll just work with that. And I have some water here. And also, where's my brush? I have this, what's this? My number 9 Escoda brush, and this is from Barcelona. I actually got this in a pack with it was a block of watercolor paper in the pack, and it came together, and I picked this up in Atlanta. I can't remember the name of the art store now, but it's one of the two big ones in Atlanta. So let's check it out, and I'm going to start with the lighter colors. Put a little bit of water on my brush. And pick up some yellow, some lemon yellow. How pretty is that? Gorge. Let me dilute it down a bit so you can see what happens when you dilute it. You can even use a brush to lift some of the paint, and it works very much like watercolor, but remember I said you'll be able to layer it because it's gouache, and it will dry flat because it's matte. And going into deep yellow. How lovely is that? Kind of looks like an Arizona sunset. If I recall correctly, my son and I, we drove from California to Florida, and Arizona was unlike anything I'd ever seen before in my life. This orange kind of reminds me of Arizona. And let's head in the direction of green. Again, this is the light green. And we're just working on some handmade paper here. This sketchbook sketch pad is from India, but you would never believe where I picked it up. At IKEA. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh with the water, and let's get involved with some Viridian. Oh, I added a little bit too much water there, but that's okay. So you see how much the gouache acts like watercolor, and technically you can use it straight from the palette, but you don't want to do that because you don't want to waste your paint. Give it a little bit of water to activate it. And because these are all water-based media, if you leave your palette alone and it dries, that's perfectly okay, because even though it's gouache, it will get reactivated. So you don't have to worry about it drying out. You just can leave your colors on your palette. And this is the sky blue. I think I'm using a little bit too much water, so I use a little less water next time. I forgot to lay out a piece of paper towel, so yours truly is just going to squeeze out some of this water on my shirt off the camera. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And here we go. And this is violet. Okay, maybe I squeezed just a smidge too much water. So here we go with the violet. I'll put a little bit more up top so you can see how deep and vibrant it is. And next one is our burnt sienna, which is also a very Arizona-ish color. It's like Arizona. When I think Arizona and New Mexico, I think these two colors right here. I took some nice pictures when we were in New Mexico, and when you stop at the rest stop, my son got totally freaked out. Well, I got totally freaked out too, because the signs are like, beware of rattlesnakes. We practically jumped right back in the car. We'd never seen that before. All right, and that is the carmine. Let me kind of pull some of the color from here so you see it a little bit thinner. And this is the little lonesome scarlet. Scarlet by her little lonesome. And then once you finish swatching your colors, always remember to put the names on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the names on. If only I could find a bloody pen. I'll just use this pen. So we have, which one was this? This was lemon yellow. This was deep yellow. And here we have light green. And normally I wait for it to dry, but because you guys are here with me now, I just wanted to make sure I went ahead and got it done. This is Viridian. That looks like a Y. Let me fix that. Viridian and ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue. And here we have our sky blue. And here, violet, burnt sienna, this is carmine, and this is scarlet. And if you remember, at the top I like to put the brand up top. So we have our Holbein. This is a weird angle for me to write, so it's not the best. Acrylic gouache. Gouache is such a funny sounding word. So Holbein acrylic gouache, and these are from Japan, but you can order them on Amazon, and if you have Prime, they'll get to you in 2 days. So I am going to be playing with these colors a little bit more, but I just wanted to share this process that I go through with my swatch book. So if you can dedicate a whole book just to your colors, then you know where to access them. You'll have them all in one place. So thank you for being with me. Again, you could be anywhere. I really appreciate your time and presence. Peace.